Hey everyone, this is Connor with Island Microgreens, and today I have some house guests over, so I'm going to do a short video. This one's going to be a little less edited, so let's dive into the content. So have you ever wanted to know more about how to grow your microgreens and how powerful and beneficial microgreens are? Well, in this video, we're going to talk more in depth on health benefits and dive deep into microgreens. So before we get started, I'm Connor Hebel, founder of Island Microgreens. I started this company when I was 14 years old, right in the middle of COVID, to inspire people just like you to grow your own fresh live produce in just 7 days. Because when COVID hit and the produce got really wonky, that's when I realized there were other people that were having challenges. Do I garden? Do I find different sources of produce? If something happens with our food chain, because I know I was dealing with that. I grew a garden, I did all the things, and it brought me back to microgreens because of how easy they are to grow. It's as easy as putting your soil down, putting your seeds down, watering it once a day, just right next to a window, and in 7 days, you have fresh live microgreens. It's not weeks or months before you might get your produce and worry about the bugs outside or the weather. Is it the right time to plant? There's all sorts of things with planting outdoors. And then every produce is a little different in how it grows. With microgreens, most of your microgreens grow very similarly, especially like your brassica family, your broccolis, kales, collards, cabbages. They're all very similar in growing style, so it makes it super simple. And like I mentioned, 7 days, and they're 40% more nutrient dense than your mature vegetable. That's right, 40% more nutrient dense. So think of a handful of broccoli versus a handful of microgreen broccoli. That microgreen broccoli is going to be 40% more nutrient dense. Isn't that incredible? So growing microgreens is such a powerful thing to do for your health, for the world, and just in general, because you just grow it yourself. So if there's any extra microgreens that you're not able to eat, you just store them in your fridge and you have fresh live microgreens. I have a video which I'll link below on how to store your microgreens, but that's getting a little ahead of ourselves. At the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a secret tip that's going to make your microgreen growing so much easier. So another thing, what are microgreens exactly? So you have the seed, then you have a sprout, which you usually see in those little sprouting jars. Then by growing it a couple days longer, you have microgreens. And one of the differentiators between sprouts and microgreens is that microgreens are grown in soil, typically a coco coir or a jute mat. Coco coir is a sterilized grow mat, and it's really good because there's no eruptions of bugs, and you don't need any nutrients in the soil because the nutrition comes from the seed itself, which is why it's 40% more nutrient dense. And then jute mats, root fiber, also sterile, really good quality. So growing your microgreens in either of those two soils is really excellent, which I'll also link another video in soil growth and all of that good stuff down below. What's really powerful about the difference between sprouts and microgreens is by letting your microgreens grow just those couple days longer, you're getting more nutrition than you are from sprouting. And to be quite honest, I'll share a little secret. It's also easier because when you sprout, you have a jar and there's not much airflow and ventilation going through there. So when you wash it and rinse it and then you put it under your sink, I find it has a higher chance of molding because with microgreens, you have the tray and your seeds and soil are all on top of the tray. So there's some ventilation and airflow going through there. So really powerful stuff. And with this, I also want to mention while we're on the topic of sprouting and microgreens that you want to get pathogen-tested seeds. And what pathogen-tested seeds are seeds that have been tested for pathogens such as E. coli and salmonella to make sure that they're not in your seeds. So this is really huge when you're growing microgreens. If you've heard, I think it's like 7 years ago now, there were big salmonella and E. coli scares with growing microgreens because people were using seeds that had not been pathogen tested and they were incubating the E. coli and salmonella in their sprouting containers. So really vital thing here. And that's one of the things with getting seeds that aren't specifically for microgreens. They may not be tested for pathogens because when you grow your seeds outside in your garden, you're not eating right next to that stem. So if they don't have the testing of pathogens, it's not as bad as when you're growing microgreens. So really important for microgreens, a little less for your other plants. Still would recommend it though, but definitely for microgreens. And so microgreens are really incredible. And for those of you who are feeling healthy, but you're still low on energy, microgreens are really powerful because most store-bought veggies lose their nutrients within days. And mature greens often are nutrient light compared to what your body really needs. If you've ever looked at some of the research on how much our nutrition is declining, it is really unsettling. Some of my videos I go more in depth on it, but for here I'll just keep it kind of light and airy. And with that, a lot of it is because we're creating dirt and not soil. We don't rotate our crops and we use pesticides that are harming the good bacteria in the soil. So microgreens are a really great solution for getting your body some of the nutrients that some of our main vegetables may be lacking now. Because microgreens have up to 40 times more nutrients of the mature plants. For example, red cabbage has 40 times more vitamin E and 6 times more vitamin C. So you get that natural massive boost of just one handful. So it's a really powerful thing. You can just have a small handful of microgreens and they make such a huge difference in your health and in your life. And another challenge, if you're experiencing chronic stress or inflammation and it's slowing you down, especially for people who are always doing a lot, maybe you have multiple jobs, you're an entrepreneur, you're always living in go mode, especially parents too, which creates that oxidative stress in your body and drains your focus. And it damages your cells and it wrecks your recovery. There have been so many studies that have shown that when you're stressed, your immune system goes down significantly. So microgreens are packed with antioxidants like sulforaphane. And sulforaphane is a really powerful compound, which if any of you have heard of Dr. Berg, he goes really in depth into the benefit of sulforaphane and specifically talks about that microgreens are an excellent source for sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is a compound that has been researched to help do a thing with cancer cells called autophagize them, which basically means explode them. So really powerful, really good for your health. As well, helps reduce your inflammation, or has been researched. So really powerful stuff. And with your broccoli microgreens, they can help detoxify liver, fight inflammation, and protect against lasting long-term disease. It's like giving your body armor every morning. And the third thing is, you may not be getting enough clean protein or essential nutrients. Plant-based diets and rushed meals can leave in gaps of amino acids and recovery nutrients. So for a solution, sunflower microgreens are a clean plant-based protein powerhouse, as well as pea microgreens. But specifically, your sunflower microgreens have 25 to 30% more protein by dry weight. They fuel your body with essential amino acids without needing shakes, powders, or processed bars. Super powerful stuff. And I'm gonna leave you with that special tip. When you're growing your microgreens, be sure to add cinnamon into your growing soil, because cinnamon's naturally antifungal. So it's really good for cleaning up your microgreens and making sure that there isn't any mold in your microgreens. The house guest that I have just arrived, so I'm gonna have to hop off of this call. As always, stay awesome. Be sure to check out ameliaislandmicrogreens.com/101 for amazing microgreen tips, and we'll take you more in depth to go from microgreen beginner to microgreen grower. I've been growing for 14 years and I'm super happy that you were here listening in so that you can grow your own microgreens in 7 days. That's why I do this, and my mission is to support you. So as always, stay awesome and leave a comment if you have any questions. I love answering and supporting you all in your microgreen journey.